Welcome back to the shop, guys. I'm Brad. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I originally had in mind. Originally, I was shooting a lathe video project that I was doing on the lathe, and my belt broke. As you can see, the clips, they've seen better days. They're old, so new belt is being shipped as we speak right now. So I was looking around, had things set up. I didn't want to take things out of setup and everything like that. So I was looking around, and I thought I would shoot a video of some of my South Bend literature that I have. For anybody out there who's a South Bend nut junkie, kind of like I am. If you are, great, you'll enjoy this video. If not, don't watch it or don't hold it against me. So it's a Friday night. I don't have an operating lathe, and I thought I would sit and thumb through some of these little pieces of literature that I have. I think it's pretty interesting, just to see, the old catalogs, the old advertisements and special instructions for things that they had back then. So I just have this folder, little manila folder here. I don't know exactly what came in this, but this is what I keep everything in. So I'll get a good look at that. This looks like it was South Bend Lathe Corp. This is probably obviously after the employees took it over. So this is probably a newer, folder. All right, we got this South Bend Lathe catalog. I'm not sure of the year, but it's pretty old, as you could tell by some of these drawings here, pictures and whatnot. July, here we go, July 1928, 1928 catalog. Wow. Here, some pictures of the factory. Wow, look at all the beds. And that looks like tailstocks? I don't know. I'm trying to read this at an angle here for the camera. So, the one thing I did notice about this catalog is they really had a lot of pride in their craftsmanship, and they really wanted to show you how they build everything and the work that goes into designing the machines and things like that. So it's pretty impressive. Look at this. This is a machine that will bore out aprons all at once. And similarly, we have the thing that will bore out gearboxes. There's a guy doing something there, testing something. Pretty interesting stuff. They show really how the machines are made, and I guess in 1928 this was high tech. There's a guy doing some scraping. Different lathe. I like the way they put all the parts and the accessories. They display it almost like Christmas Day. So let's see what's at the end of the catalog here. Anything good? I always find this interesting, the big piles of shavings and chips. Big continuous chips that they have. Propaganda to sell machines. Alright. So you spend all your money on a lathe, and you think to yourself, what in the world am I going to make? Well, they got you covered with this book. There's a guy, he's like, I just bought this 9-inch lathe. It's time to make a very big piece with huge threads. There's, you can make a grinder. Airplane engines. Who doesn't like to make airplane engines, right? And hey, for the woodworker and all of us, we buy South Bend lathe to turn wood. You wouldn't get me doing that. Nothing against woodworking. I love woodworking. It's just, not with a South Bend. Look at all these goodies you can make. A few examples of the machine at work. Boring, threading. Pretty interesting stuff if you look closely. Here's some excellent working models for the beginner. I love it for the plans, and I don't know if this is the kits with the rough castings, but look at the prices. $1, $1.50, 25 cents. Well, here's some accessories. So you get the picture. Here's a guy. Just got his new South Bend, and he's staring at it from the opposite side, admiring his new machine. The look on his face, he's thinking, what could I make with this machine? Alright, here is some belt tensioning instructions. Tell you how to tension your belt. Here is a postcard. Pretty cool, huh? Look at that. You could get that lathe right there for $85. Brand new. That was a lot of money back then. I believe this card, this is like a little postcard kind of a thing here. Yeah, I think this is from the 30s. Alright, here's some information on a pedestal grinder. And if you've watched some of my videos, you know that I have one about 10 feet from me in pieces. It's going to be restored soon, but this is what she'll look like when she's done, if not better. Who knows if it'll perform better though. Okay. Here we have headstock spindle sleeve bearings, the full adjustment, all the instructions on how to do your bearings on your headstock for all the different machines, 10 through 16 inch. Pretty interesting. Okay. Here is a little bulletin, number 9M, from 1937, all about the 9-inch lathe. All the different ones you can get. $311. $352. Look at this one, underdrive, almost like you'd call this like a heavy 9. $415. Man. Apparently these lathes have gone up, even in the used market. So this is just a bunch of 9s. I won't go through every single one. Over here is basically the specs of the 9-inch machine. If you're going to lay this out on your bench, it's got all the dimensions, where to mount the counter shaft and all that. I used this when I did my 9 2 years ago. Came in awfully handy. Oh, I saved this too. This is from a drum switch from one of the lathes that I did, maybe the 9. You see the date down in there? Right over there, 1941. Looks like a tag that you'd find on any other piece of machine in today's world. July 1941. We were full-fledged in World War II. I don't know if I have my dates right on that. I don't know if the U.S. was full-fledged in World War II. Probably not. I don't know. Wait. It's slipping me right now, but cutting tools data. Here's all different angles and stuff to do your cutting tools for the different jobs. That's on the back here. Instructions on use of cutter bit grinding block. Those are pretty rare. If you find one of those, buy one. You could either keep it or resell it, because it's worth a lot of money. Alright, South Bend lathe accessories. This is a goodie. This is a goodie, like a little Christmas catalog here. This is the brand new representation of everything that we find on eBay. Collet closer. Look at the collet racks. They don't have prices on these. Taper attachment. Milling attachment. Thread dials, micrometer stops. Your steady and followers. It's funny, for all us people who really love these machines, it's hard to picture a day when you could just pick up a catalog and order all this stuff brand new. This bench, I built this bench. I bought the actual the iron legs and everything. It was, you know, it was a real South Bend, but I bought a new tabletop for it at Grizzly. It was a thick piece of butcher block, real nice. You know, repainted it, did it all up. It looked pretty brand new. Cutters, look at this, 10-in-1 tool block. Your lantern posts, knurlers. Ah, the good old days. Not that I was around during the good old days, but when I was in shop class in 1987 through 89, that was all that was in there. Look at all these other machines. I guess this is when South Bend was making stuff overseas and just putting their name on it or whatever. But here's your Magnaturn CNC training machine. 10K. I'm sorry, heavy 10 and a 10K. Still always get them. And lastly, we got this. This is if you know, this is for everybody out there who wants to, you know, make their own school. If you're ever thinking about making your own training shop, this is the book you need to do it. There's all kinds of stuff about the different specifications on the machines. Look at this. Now, the new South Bend 10-inch lathe. Look at that. Just 10K models, 9s. Look at that. This is all the stuff we had in our shop. There's the milling machines. If you ever notice, they got a little gearbox from a lathe to change the speeds back there. Pretty interesting. Shapers. I have this drill press. Ah, the pedestal grinder. These things are really, they're pretty badass if you ask me. Look at all the accessories. Oh, and they got prices here. I love it. Look at the indexing center, $76. The other day I saw one on eBay for over $1,000. I can't imagine somebody spending that kind of money, but South Bend turret lathe, $1,835. Incredible. Ooh, I'd like to have one of these on my, see the turret tail stocks. Pretty cool. Taper attachments. Let's see, for a heavy 10, $204. There you go. Prices. Grinder, external grinders, $81 for an external grinder. Try finding that today. How to run a lathe, 25 cents. How to run a drill press, how to run a shaper, 25 cents will set you back. I love this picture too. Look at these guys dressed up in nice suits. They're sitting around with these little mini South Bend lathes, meticulously laying out different shops. Boy, these guys had the job, ain't it? Alright, oh, and one other thing I'd like to show you. This nice little memorabilia pen. It's a little pen oiler. I got this on eBay. Not only for its, you know, its collectability, but it's really useful. I mean, you know, could oil all sorts of little things with that. Alright. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, taking a small little trip down memory lane. Hope it came out good. Hope it's somewhat enjoyable to watch. Yeah, we're just waiting for my belt to come, so as soon as that gets here, we'll put it on and resume the normal machining videos. So if you like the video, if you enjoyed it, leave some comments. If not, leave some comments. I always enjoy reading those as well. And don't forget to subscribe if you like the channel. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.